remember what it was like. It's worse. It's worse than anything you could think of. Then your knees, they try to get new knee put in and this and that. The back is worse because you keep anything. Like you can't do anything. Like, you know,
That's why Alvin
Yeah.
getting his disc replaced in his neck. Like,
Oh, wow, yeah.
I mean, that is wild. Then he goes on to do that and then dominates Fyodor in the rematch. And then, runs through TJ Dillashaw and then beats Henry and out wrestles Henry.
Yeah.
Wild.
He gets a lot of, he gets unwanted heat. And he's such a likable
I don't think anymore. I think the
People
tide's
starting to
turning.
like him now.
I think the tide's turning, especially after this beautiful fight. I mean, come on, man. Give the gentleman his
You
due.
know, I was in the corner that night. I was shocked that it was close. I mean, maybe if you I watched it, like I remember just thinking like maybe one round he lost. And I'm usually very fair in judgment. But, you know, judges. Sometimes you do crazy.
Sometimes they just get it all fucked up, and it's so dangerous.
It is.
It's like it could change your career one way or the other. It's like
I heard a split decision. Not a split.
Not a split.
Was it a split?
Yeah, it was a split.
It was a split. I remember hearing that. I go,
ridiculous.
oh, look, I hope they don't do this with this fucking.
Oh my god.
You know?
That is, people forget too. They remember who won. When you look at the record books, they remember who won. Especially if it's close enough.
Yeah.
It's close enough. You know, the Devin Haney Lomachenko fight.
Right.
Devin Haney's going to go down forever as being the guy who won. Whereas a lot of people saw that, they thought Lomachenko won.
Shit, man.
Yeah. So that's one of those, it doesn't matter forever.
Yeah.
He still won on paper.
That's all that counts.
Yeah.
I remember a fight when they raised this dude's hand and then they backstage they changed it. Well, that was what's that? And that's why nothing made me more happy.
I was at that fight too.
Nothing made me more happy when he beat GSP because by MMA math, I was the world champ. That's right.
That's right. How did they do that? What was that colossal fuck up?
Basically, one of the judges wrote his score where my name was, and he had it upside down. He used the excuse that we look alike. Yeah. No, so all I know is I'm backstage going, yo, man, that was close. Fuck, man. And all I know is I'm chasing him around, getting jammed in the fucking face. I finally get him down. And so, I mean, it was one of those things where, you know, I didn't feel like I lost, but listen, he won the fight. He was using. I always had that attitude where I was going forward, so I felt like I won. I was pulling a fucking Henry Cejudo. Yeah. I lost the fight, all right? You want to hear it now? I got the tattoo to prove it. I really got the tattoo. Hey, Matt, I won. Yeah. It always break his balls out.
That's awesome. That's great.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. It took, so I was backstage, and all of a sudden, he's in the locker room next to me. So all of a sudden I hear them, so Daniel went in his room, but I didn't know that first. So all of a sudden I hear them all cheering. I go, wow, I guess it's great to be second place, guys. I'm like, they're really taking this well. All of a sudden Daniel comes in, he's like, I hate to tell you, but they got it wrong. And I'm like, I go, no. I'm like, really? You fuck? Yeah. I go, half the pay and everything? Anyway. But you know what's fucked because like he got his hand raised, I never got my due. But you know they were talking about trying to get that redone and have a Buffer announce me as the winner eventually. Like you mean like still? Yeah, like still. I was like, nah. I don't want to do that the next one. Yeah, I was like, nah, I don't. I was like, I don't want to do that. I was like, nah, I don't want to. That's the word. I don't have any fight that I've lost. I don't know about you or you, John, or you, Joe. There's not one fight that keeps me up. And when I don't know when you're going through it, and when you lose, especially when it's fresh, how do you think you're gonna feel that forever, right? Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I had to see that Shorty back fist a million times and they use that in every fucking promo. I guess that maybe started me off being humble because it was the first back fist ever. But
you did dominate the whole earlier fight.
But my point is, I don't give a fuck about any of them. Well, and that's what I try to tell fighters as a coach now. I say, listen, you got to fight your best fight because if you lose, it's going to suck, but you're not going to care in the future.
I want to tell you something I'm opposed to.
What's that?
I'm opposed to win bonuses.
Me too.
I don't
like it either.
I don't like it.
Well, I don't even know why it doesn't motivate fighters. It doesn't motivate.
I don't think it's fair.
No.
I don't think the judging can be counted on as being 100% accurate. I think it ruins careers.
I hate the win bonus.
Yeah, I just think it's, get paid to fight. You're doing your best.
Right.
It's the UFC.
Right.
It's the highest level of sport. These guys are not going to fight harder if they, to win. They're going to fight their hardest.
Yeah, they always do.
Yeah, they're not going to try to do something extra to get a win bonus to win. They're trying to win always. Like, it's not an incentive. It's just in the case of bad judging, it just penalizes the fighter who did nothing wrong, and they can maybe rectify it backstage with bonuses if they choose to do that, but I don't know how often they do. But it shouldn't be, I think it should be a part of, like, what you fight for. You have a contract. That's what I think it should be, like boxing.
Yeah.
You fight for X amount of money, and that's what you fight for. That's what you get paid, not whether or not the judges get it right, not whether or not some freak thing happens and you get injured. Not, you know what I mean? It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I don't understand why they still have win bonuses, because the win bonus and the commission is separate. So, like, the fact that if the judges get it wrong, it affects your money.
Yeah.
And it's completely separate.
Maybe by 50%.
So the UFC should just be like, you know what, we're going to just make it right for the fighters and just say, listen, this is what you get paid, so it doesn't matter if they get it wrong.
I would feel better about that, just period, anything. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it don't make sense to me either.
I don't like it. It's just like, these guys are fighting. I mean, sometimes guys lose. They're fighting.
Like a split decision is so close.
God. Oh my God. Some of them just crazy. Fucking wars. Jesus Christ. And I know they give people bonuses.
Yeah.
But that's still.
Did you ever see the fight with Demir Ismagulov and Kudalate?
Yes.
And like, I'm sitting there watching this fight. Like, I couldn't tell who won. I'm like, one guy won the first round, the other guy won the second round, and then at the end they were just going tooth and nail, and they were just fighting their heart out.
Yeah.
And then they ended up giving it to Ismagulov, and I was like, man, that sucks for Kudalate.
Yeah.
Because he gets half his money.
Yeah. Half his money, and it's just a toss-up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those fights.
I mean, they do it for the incentive, but I don't
It doesn't incentivize anybody to fight harder.
I don't think it does.
Listen, when you're in there, you're gonna fight fucking hard. It's your fucking health.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you don't want to get your ass kicked.
What do you guys feel about, I was having a conversation with Josh Barnett about this, about dehydration and losing your chin, and the dangers of dehydration and massive weight cuts in the age of no IVs. Because of USADA, you can't use an IV. And, I mean, how much do you think, how much of an impact is that? It's a giant impact, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I'm not trying to. Yeah. Like, when these guys cut too much weight, I always think, like, they feel like it's going to give them an advantage, but the fact that you are dehydrating yourself so much, it's actually a disadvantage.
And it dehydrates, it's hard to rehydrate the brain, is that true?
Yeah,
it takes longer.
for sure.
Say, I mean, I'm not a doctor.
You're not a doctor? I thought you went to medical school. Is that the case? Does it take longer how long does it take to rehydrate the brain after severe hydration? Let's find out. Because I think even with IV, it takes a while.
Yeah. But these guys, you see some of them on death's door. If somebody looked like that normally, and you're like, all right, you're fighting tomorrow for your life.
Right? You know the worst I ever saw? The worst I ever saw was Travis Lee. Travis Lee was fighting Anderson.
Yeah.
He missed the weight. Dude, his lips were cracked. Like, dried out and cracked. And he wasn't walking to the scale, he was shuffling to the scale. I mean, shuffling, and he missed weight scale. And he was on death's door.
No, and he got that opportunity from being on the show with us.
That's me, yeah. And he dominated the first round. I imagine if a guy goes in there healthy and finishes him.
No story of that.
Travis Wood is a really, really good jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's, and he had so much time, but he's funny. Some guys maybe are too smart. We were in the house with him. And I remember, listen, I like to eat. So I'm eating fucking raisins. You think I want to eat raisins? He's eating M&M's and shit. Yeah. And he's the fucking smart one, right? And he's going, I go, dude, how you doing that? He's like, raisins, sugar. Yeah. I mean, nah, dude, I don't think so. I go, listen, I ain't no fucking raisins in here, but I don't think sugar, bro. Sugar trust me. I mean, otherwise,
come with fiber.
He's like, sugar.
It's slower to digest into your body. It's just fat.
You just tell me sugar. I go, I don't know that.
Do you know who he says is the most talented guy he's ever worked with?
Who?
Kevin Howard. Yeah. Travis Lucas is Kevin Holland's
as far as
guys.
his students,
Yeah.
Kevin Holland's talented as fuck. When he puts it together, he's got crazy power.
Yeah, I know.
Long whip, Tommy Hearns style.
Oh, yeah.
When he knocked out Buckley, like straight right.
Yeah.
Woo!
That was nice.
Woo!
He just seemed like he don't take his
away from his back.
He just doesn't seem like he takes his career seriously.
I think he does. I think he struggles with like real strong wrestlers. You know, I think he struggles with like Hamzat. But then they made that crazy agreement to just have a kickboxing fight with Wonder Boy. Like, do you understand what you're saying? Like I know you see him in MMA where dudes try to take him down, but if you don't give any threat to Wonder Boy that you're gonna get taken down, and Wonder Boy gets to do that karate shit on you, that's a fucking nightmare.
I know.
That guy moves like a cobra. See, even at 40 years old or however old he is now, Wonder Boy is fucking terrifying.
He still kept it competitive too.
Fuck yeah.
They're starting to get him down now. But how awesome is Wonder Boy? And how awesome is his sidekick? That's such an underrated.
Oh, I know.
I love the goddamn sidekick. I like it defensively, offensively. I mean, he has the best sidekick I've ever seen in MMA.
You know what? He slides into it.
Yeah.
He lifts that leg up and slides in off the back foot. It's total like point karate style. It's perfect.
But it's amazing that no one else uses it like that.
It takes a long time to develop that. It's also you have to be taught to do it correctly. So a lot of guys do it incorrectly, and it just doesn't have any pop to it. So they can't keep a guy off. Like John Jones does it correctly. Yeah, it fucks up dudes' knees with that shit too. Remember he dropped Vitor to the body with a front leg side kick. Yeah. Remember that?
I do remember that.
That was after Vitor almost broke his arm.
I know,
Right? Vitor got so close to tapping John Jones. Any other human being other than John probably would have fucking tapped.
And John's brother, one of his brothers, played for the Ravens at that time, and he was at the game the next day, and he was slinged up.
He was slinged up for a long time. Remember when he was supposed to fight Chael Sonnen, and they went through he agreed to do the Ultimate Fighter because he really couldn't train. So he did that whole thing with Chael Sonnen, let it heal, and then beat the fuck out of Chael, and then broke his toe.
Where his toe was
upside down. His toe was upside down, and he didn't realize it until I was interviewing him. And he looked down, his toe was like, oh no. Sits down. He was kind of going into shock when he sat down. His toe was turned upside down. So nasty. Look at that thing. Oh my God. So to this day, he has to tape his toes up on that foot. And there was an issue. See, so he tapes those toes up like that, and they told him to take the stuff off below the toes. That little piggy's on to the hospital. He was telling him, like, hey, he was like, I can't fight unless I can tape these toes up. Which is wild to think that literally the GOAT has a problem with one of his feet.
Just one toe. Yeah, his toe.
Well, he finished Vitor with Americana, right?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. I remember there was one of his.
Find that armbar.
Yeah, his armbar, and then he finished with an Americana. Both basic, fundamental stuff. I remember one of the kids at the school was like, he's just a black belt, he just finished with Americana. I'm saying, dude, what the fuck? Because you haven't got caught in Americana in class lately, you're fighting in a cage, you fucking idiot. These guys think that.
So here it is. He gets me down, and we used to sleep on Vitor's jiu-jitsu, bro. Look at this. Look how tight this is. That's awesome. I mean, that is fucking tight, man. Ooh. And it gets extended. I mean, it is fucking extended here. Look at this. Now he's out.
Well, it's good. He's not no quick count.
So he got out. Let's take a look at that again. Let me see that again. So do it before that, because when it was on the ground initially was when it was the deepest. So he takes him down. I love it. And watch the extension. Watch the extension. Like, look at this. Look at this. Oh, baby, that is so deep. Look, he got out of it, though. He forced it out. His nose, man. I mean, it was tight. It was tight as fuck. I mean, that was out. That was like the other out. But then, John starts fighting that. And there's a side kick from Ron. So he hits him in the back.
He just drops us.
That side kick to the knee is so good. It's so nasty.
Cut right through his guard.
Right here.
There you go. There's that crucifix position again.
Well, John's a much bigger guy, too. Vitor really is a much better shooter frame-wise than 185 pounds.
It's one of the whole TRT.
He took that fight on short notice, too, right? Yeah. That was a fight where he was fighting at 85.
Yeah. Speaking of TRT, I have a question. I don't know if you know the answer to it. Conor Connor supposed to be coming back to fight Chandler. Maybe it's not happening. Why, if a fighter is out of the testing pool, does he have to wait 6 months?
Because they have to make sure that you're not. It's really not.
I mean, if he was clean
scientific
for a month or 2 months, that's not enough. Why is
Well,
the
here's
number
the thing.
6?
It's like it's in your face.
Oh,
It's in your face why this is happening. This is in your face. It's in your face.
He's right. Well,
And we're letting it slide because he's got an injury that he has to recover from. Right? Everybody, there's no other reason why you wouldn't be, unless it's cocaine. Right. Unless there's something else you're worried about getting tested positive for, which they do test, which is kind of wild.
Right.
Kind of wild that they test you out. Like that ain't helping nobody.
Right.
Unless you're Eric Pryor.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, Alexis Arguello. They gave him coke in the corner.
Yeah. Rest
Give
in
me
peace
the other
to
bottle.
Panama Lewis.
Yeah, the one out. Yeah, Panama Lewis.
I used to train with that guy.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is this before or after
this is
the
after.
Louis Resto fight? You know
This
the
is
Louis
after.
Resto
This is
fight?
poor
Guy's face.
Yeah, he was coaching Louis Resto and he took all the padding out of the gloves.
Yeah.
He was fighting. What's the kid's name? Billy Costello Jr.
I can't remember.
That kid forever.
Wrecked his face, and then the kid wound up committing suicide.
And they wouldn't let Panama work anymore. They wouldn't let him get a license.
Oh, is that the guy with the plaster in the
That's
veins or something?
no, that was different. Now
That
you're
is
talking about
different.
Margarita.
Yeah, Margarita.
What do you
Antonio
call
Margarita.
Billy Collins? Yeah, so it's Billy Collins versus Louis Resto. So Billy Collins was this up and coming, real promising young kid, and Louis Resto was not like a big puncher. That's why it was so crazy that he was busting him up. And Louis Resto has no padding in his gloves. So it's every time he's hitting him, he's just hitting him with bare knuckles.
Original bare knuckles.
Yeah, and Billy Collins was so confused, but he was getting battered in that fight. And he's and look at his head. His head's all lumped up. Look at his face.
And what happened to this kid?
He lost his vision. His vision was fucked up, and he wound up becoming an alcoholic. And I think he died by suicide in a car accident. Yeah, but look at his face. And his face is like unbelievably swollen. And everyone was really confused because Louis Resto was not that big of a puncher. And then his dad went over after the fight and grabbed Louis' gloves, and he felt the gloves, and he felt the knuckles take the gloves, and he knew there was no padding in there. See, his dad right there is grabbing him.
Oh, you see that?
See
Yeah.
that? See, he's grabbing the gloves.
Hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He's like, look,
look at that. Look at
he's got no
that.
padding in his
He's
gloves.
pushing
Look at
straight
that.
through.
Yo,
It's
that's
horrible,
some cheap
bro.
shit. So
That's
what
so
happened with
that's
this?
so evil. It's so
Oh, you
evil.
should see that guy's face a couple days later.
Yeah, so his eyes were swollen up. I mean, he wound up losing his vision. So
That's sad.
Panama Lewis.
There he goes right there with the
Yeah.
red shirt.
Panama Lewis wound up getting kicked out, but he did work with Tyson, like his regular sort of like non-corner man role back in the day.
Well, I mean, he used to just hang out in the gyms.
Yeah.
So like that was really
That's so evil.
before he passed away. He just hung out in the gym.
If this guy's over in their corner,
I still think that boxing is a way tougher sport to do, like, as far as your health.
I agree.
100%.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's hard, man.
Just the head's down.
Yeah, it's, these guys, it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard. You watch some of the Gervonta Davis sparring sessions?
Oh,
my
man.
God. He's going to war.
Yeah.
He's going to war. It's hard.
Or like even like at Mayweather's, I heard they would just do like these sparring
yeah.
sessions where they don't put time on. They just like guys just go at it
duke it out.
until you
They
quit.
jump him into the gym,
Yeah,
basically.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, Gervonta Davis is such a unique talent. So different than any other boxer in terms of like the economy. Like that guy throws so few punches, and everyone he hits you with is so dangerous. But it's so interesting to watch him in the beginning of fights where guys like try to get a lead on him.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of measuring you up, and you're trying real hard to beat him, and he's just kind of measuring you up, measuring you up.
Just bang.
And the movement, god damn, he closes that distance so fast. And throws that left uppercut.
Yeah,
It's so
so
ferocious. His straight left, the one that he knocked out Davis with, the first one.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Or Garcia, or Ryan Garcia, rather, the one he knocked down Ryan Garcia. That first left hand he dropped him, and then the one to the body. Dude, he's so talented. He's so good. Such a good time for boxing.
It is. Like right now, like boxing is probably just what we think. Just every time we think boxing's on its last leg, man, they put together a big fight to keep it alive.
Well, I do believe him and Garcia being like finally two guys in their prime that are having a big fight. Now you're seeing Crawford and Spence. They're going at it. That's one I never I thought they'd fight like Pacquiao and
Right, you
Mayweather.
thought that was never gonna
It'd
happen.
be too late.
Yeah.
But I
That's
think
the
they're
big
starting to jumpstart it. Now they're like, hey, let's start fighting each other.
Well, that is such a big fight too. I mean, that's gonna get over the casuals. Everybody's gonna want to see that fight. That's a big.
I got to shout out Tank Baltimore. Tank's from Baltimore. World champ.
He got on his back. Yeah, he literally wears Baltimore
for
on his
real.
back. Yeah.
Shit, man, I can't
Such a
watch
good
anything
time.
but MMA.
Really?
You know, John knows. I've been at John's place for I do seminar at his place, and the next day's the Super Bowl. I don't even know who the fuck's in it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
I'm the same way.
You want some pizza? I'm like, yeah, give me pizza. I don't. You got any video games around here?
Right? That's hilarious. He's a movie buff.
Movies,
He's got to have
and
movies
VR.
for him. Movies
I
and
know what I
pizza.
got that the whole time. I brought my Oculus Quest. I bring it with me everywhere.
Oh, yeah? Really?
I bring it with me to Vegas. I love Population One. You ever
Where's
played
that?
it? Oh, it's a.
Look at you go.
I love it. It's a fucking. It's a shooter. So it's like with me and like a squad of 3. Oh! Population
Look at it,
One.
getting
Sorry,
excited right now.
You got so excited.
I love this. I live in here. I fucking live in here.
Are you serious?
Oh, it's fun. No, Joe, it's
Is it
fun.
first
I know I'm
person
approaching
perspective?
50, but it's fun.
So you're
Yes.
playing this first
Dude,
person?
I-
Oh my god, this is
It
amazing.
is so much fun, dude. It's like now it's free, so you got a bunch of like new kids in there. But there's like a lot of adults play. I play with my brother-in-law Edwin, and we fucking. You know who else I play with?
Who?
King Casey.
Oh, really?
Casey Kevin.
Yeah.
I've been playing with him in a little bit, but I play with him all
He's
day.
another super talented
And
jiu-jitsu
also,
guy.
you know what's so funny? I was in here the other day. I saw Fowler BJJ, and they go, "Hey," I go, "Yo, Mike." He goes, "Wait, Sarah, that's you." So Mike Fowler.
That's
He's in
awesome.
Hawaii. So I play with Mike Fowler. He's in Hawaii. So me and Mikey are playing.
Nerds.
And
I know,
we're
right?
nerds. We are. Oh yeah, you gotta see. My wife comes out every time I'm playing. She'll fucking. I'll be in there. I'll be like, "I'm gonna snipe." And my wife comes and she hits my fucking balls. And I fucking, I just. It's like she goes. She goes. You think you're getting some later? I was a Hall of Famer.
We were talking
It's all I
about
like to do.
We were talking about it earlier with him in the video games. Like, I'm talking way back in the day. Like,
Oh, wait, there I am. Look at
Mag-
us. Oh, that was the vibe. I upgraded since then.
MAGA grappling
That's me in my living room.
Him and
What are
his-
you doing here? Well, that's what I'm climbing. and
No,
stuff.
he's doing a boxing game now.
The vibe. This is not nearly as fun. Now I got my. Oh, I'm flying now. I'm flying. There I am. But listen. I know it looks
Oh my
really
god.
special.
No,
but it's,
we have those. You know what's great? The fucking shadow boxing game. The boxing
it's
game.
hard.
It's good.
It's hard.
It's good work too.
It
It's
is
like
good work.
You wear out.
It's the future, man. I fucking can't wait. One of my favorite movies is Ready Player One, and I listened to the audiobook as a little kid. It's a great fucking movie. It's a great.
I saw it.
It's a good movie for your kids. You
Yeah,
can
oh,
watch
I've
with your
seen it.
kids.
Oh, Jamie, I'm gonna before I forget. So they got a Taekwondo version of this now.
Oh,
So they're
okay.
doing kicks now. Yeah, they figured out how to put. There was this something. See if you can find it. There's something they just demonstrated. So they put these leg things on people, and a guy and a girl will have like a sparring match virtually. So they like bowed each other, shook hands, and they went to the opposite side of the room. They put their headgear on, and they started having this like Taekwondo match. No way. Yeah, so I'm thinking like as this gets more sophisticated, they do a Muay Thai version. I mean, you couldn't do a jiu-jitsu version, obviously, but I think you could do a Muay Thai version.
When it gets better, I think. Dude, I mean, listen. I like that even though I got a new battery pack, I can go longer. But I like that it wears off. I like that it wears off.
Yeah, there it is. Well, I mean, I just saw it. Oh, it's from 2021. But see if you can find a video of it, because the video I just saw yesterday for the first time. I think that's it right there.
It's fun, man. I mean, it's so much.
Oh, is it somebody watching it? So here it is. Yeah. So these people were like, yeah, here it is. So see, they got like sensors on their legs and their shins and stuff like that.
I used to be a regular, because the Call of Duty and the Halo. I used to play that kind of stuff.
But this would really be good, like training practice
For
better
sure.
than shadow boxing for sure. Because you could do the same kind of stuff that you could do with shadow boxing, but you could do it against an opponent with no consequences. It's not good to develop defense, but in terms of developing technique, it sounds like a really fucking good idea.
It's cardio workout.
Oh, you can get a workout with that. My wife went through a couple of them. She used to do the boxing one, the workout where you're punching the you punch him the glowing balls type of shit. And she had to go. She went through 2 fucking headsets and got drenched.
It seems like you could take some things if you want to do Muay Thai, where you put on like some things that just go down the side of your leg, and it attaches to your ankle. It attaches to where your knee is, so it knows where your knees are going, and it knows where your ankles are going, and it knows where you're getting hit.
But then you'd have to do it too for your elbows too if you used on elbows.
Yeah, you'd have to do it on your elbows, and maybe you could do it on your. This is
they're getting
wild.
ready for MMA?
Oh my god.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that's so weird.
Good point.
But it's like you need at least a dummy down there. You'd want to do that with a dummy. But
Well, you'll be serious. You'll be serious.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah, but you want to feel it, right? You're just doing this in the air. But the striking in the air is legit. I think that's you really learn some shit from that.
I didn't think the street one. They got some stuff. But as far as shooters, the population one, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Oh, you fuck. Don't try to put me in a locker, you cocksucker.
Dude, I used to have a real addiction to Quake.
I remember you got ready to say that.
What is Quake?
Quake is an online, very similar. First-person shooter. You're running around shooting rockets at people. It's too addictive.
It was the Halo thing back in the
I used to
day.
love
travel with that
Play
place.
I did. But once I did this one time, I started with the vibe, and then now I can't talk to you guys. People out here are listening. They want to know about this. Listen, it keeps me out of trouble, okay? I bring it with me everywhere. I put it in my carry-on. And it's so much fucking fun. I can't go back to regular video games after doing the Oculus Quest. It's because it's very immersive.
Well, that's why I don't do it, because I have one too, and I used to play the little zombie game. And it was too fun. So I was like, I can't
Listen,
do
man, I
this
get
so
some
much.
dopamine, man. I'm like fucking yelling. The worst was during fucking my kids were doing the Zoom, right? And they were at home doing it. Now they're homeschooled still.
And you're in the background.
Oh, it was bad. They were on there. And I'm like, I don't fucking see him. I'm like, I don't fucking see him. Where is he? My wife comes in, he's like, they hear you. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, sorry.
Oh my god.
But it was a lot of fun.
Oh my god. Imagine being that teacher.
Shoot him! I'd be sending people to my house. Yeah. But it's just, listen, good, clean fun. Back in the day, people would probably get the same kind of thrill doing. I mean, listen, I'm not shitting on paintball and shit like that. But dude, I get my adrenaline up with this shit. All right, let's switch the subject. Everybody's just fucking saying, wow, he had us something to
Hey, let me ask you guys, what do you think about this upcoming Yair Rodriguez Volkanovski fight?
Listen, Yair,
wild.
obviously Volkanovski's going to be the big favorite. He's a big favorite. But Yair got that danger factor, man. Like, a couple body kicks.
He's a wild
slow
dude.
down Volkanovski.
And it comes from everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's hard to go against Volkanovski just because of what this guy. I mean, I thought he beat Islam too. And Max, I thought would retire at that weight class, and he beat him 3 times, not once.
And the
not
last
twice.
time was very.
It was.
That's what made me a true believer. The third.
The last one, I mean, he just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you saw in the Islam fight too. He just keeps getting better. He's not even in his prime. I mean, he's in his prime, but I don't think he's at his full potential yet.
I was there live the second Max fight. I remember thinking Max won.
I thought he
Yeah,
won
me
the
too.
second,
Super
but
close. But since then, I feel he's up his level. Yeah, he's got
he's
better
pulled
since
away. He's pulled away. And, but Yair Rodriguez is
One of the most exciting guys.
he does wild shit, man.
He does.
And
that
it's
crazy
so,
elbow.
everything. With the Korean Zombie, it's just so hard to deal with those kicks, and he keeps getting better. When he submitted Josh in that last fight, I was like, wow.
Yeah, he looked amazing.
Wow. He looked so good on the feet, too, even before that.
It's hard to.
But ultimately, I think that Volkanovski, I think his ground and pound is underrated.
Underrated.
It's underrated.
It's phenomenal. Everything he does is phenomenal.
Yeah, he's underrated.
Everything he
totally.
does.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he still should be the pound for pound best. Because if you look at it, I mean, he did go up a weight class and arguably, in many people's eyes, should have got the nod. But at the very least, it was as close to a draw as you're going to get in like a world championship fight. And then, he went up. He went up in weight class. Isn't that what pound for pound's all about?
Yeah.
So I feel like,
100%.
I mean, it was an amazing fight all around, but I feel like that's the pound for pound.
I'm wondering if his performance against Islam will make other fighters now don't. He's not so invincible anymore.
Perhaps.
So maybe you don't go in with that mystique, and maybe somebody else goes in there and shows that.
Dude,
he's human.
that squeeze is out of this
I know.
world.
Sometimes those smaller guys are harder to finish than even bigger
Stop
guys.
trying to take up for short people.
I'm telling you. I remember the first time
Stop
you walked.
defending
I
those
remember
little
the first
people.
time you walked into the academy like the fucking creature from the league. And I'm going to Henzo.
Dude, my first day, he pulled you off teaching so you could help me with my private. That was at the old karate school.
And we've been buddies ever since.
100%. 100%. It's my man.
That was at 25th Street.
Yes. Yeah.
Did you see the rest of that card, Jamie? Who else is on? Pantoja's fighting Brandon Moreno. That's an awesome fight. That's interesting. I thought they were going to go straight Duplessis to Izzy, considering that, Izzy's beat Robert Whittaker twice. And then, Duplessis and him have a problem with each
the
other.
Battle of Africa. Yeah, they should have made that fight.
And that's I thought they would have.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But I get it. If you can get past Whittaker, goddamn, Whittaker's good. Whittaker's very good. I think he's something like 12-0 as a middleweight against anybody not named Adesanya.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody wrote that.
Turner, he's a stud, too.
Jalen Turner's going to beat up Dan Hooker. I'm sorry.
I think so, too.
Jalen Turner's coming into his
Bo
own.
Nickel, always love to see the wrestlers out there.
Yeah, he's a special talent.
Bo Nickel fighting another black guy who can't wrestle.
Gotta build him up. You gotta build him up.
Do you know the guy's fighting? Do you know the guy's fighting?
I don't know.
Oh, first of all,
Is this from the UFC?
No, he was on the Contender Series.
I mean, in defense of Bo, he's new. You know what I mean? You can't just throw him to the dogs right away. I mean, you'll see. I think another kid out of Penn State, Roman Bravo Young. Yeah, he'll wind up taking in the MMA.
No, I think Trayshawn Ford was on the Ultimate Fighter.
Go back to that I'm sorry, that's the fight again?
that's a fun fight right there.
Robbie Lawler and
How about this one? Sean Brady and Josh Della Maddalena. That's a crazy fight.
That Della Maddalena guy
He's
is
good,
a
man.
motherfucker.
He's good.
He mixes it up so well to the body. Like his shots to the body and the head, like he's so good at like digging under and creating opportunities. He's a nasty striker.
Yeah. I've been working with Sean a little bit. I've been going out to Philly with Sean.
Yeah?
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
He's good, Sean Brady. Really good.
He's very good.
He only
Listen,
has the one loss, right? To
Muhammad.
To my
Bilal. And Bilal is on a roll right now. I mean, Bilal's really coming into his own.
He's such a nice guy, Bilal.
He's a great guy. He won't even swear. He would say, "What the fudge?" Like on the podcast.
For
I had him
real?
on the podcast. Says, "What the fudge?"
He wouldn't swear?
No, he doesn't swear.
Damn.
Go back to the rest of the cards.
Pretty awesome.
But you guys are gonna owe Dan Hooker for college.
I will. I will. No, I will. If he wins, I'll give him
I'm
the
gonna owe Dan Hooker the apology. Go back to the main card. Dan Hooker is one of those guys that is so close. Right? Like think about like when he had that fight with Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
Down the wire. Down to the wire.
I
So
mean,
close.
I don't want to take anything away from him, but I think Jalen Turner, especially after losing his last fight, I think that taught him a lot. Yeah.
Who did he lose to in his last fight?
Mateus Gambit.
Oh,
and he had him in
that's
trouble. He had him in
Yes, he
trouble.
did.
You know what I'm saying?
Mateus Gambit's a motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That
saying.
dude's game.
Yeah.
That guy is game.
You know what I went over Jalen is Max Steamroller.
Oh, he does. He does.
He's giving him a shout out. This is on
That's
he's fucking. He's an exciting
Correct.
motherfucker,
Jesus
Maddie.
Christ.
Yeah. Maddie's so exciting.
Very
and
exciting.
And he's one of those guys. I mean, every one of his fights is fucking amazing. His fight versus the Tarantula was
How about the Dober knockout?
Yeah, I mean, I probably should give him an apology for him knocking out Dope. I didn't think that was going to happen.
He's no joke.
Listen, he's got the balls.
Yeah,
He's very gung ho, and he's very powerful. And he's another sweetheart.
Great guy. Look, he knew my friend Dave Dober. We had a mutual friend. He was like the funniest guy I ever met in my life. He was my boss at one point in time. I was a private investigator's assistant when I was 21. And really it was my friend Dave lost his driver's license drinking and driving. He needed someone to drive him. So I drove with him until he got his driver's license back. So I'd have to pick him up and take him to like people's houses when they were doing insurance fraud and shit. It was mostly Like it was a private investigator investigating, like, you know, mostly fraud.
Yeah.
But occasionally there was some like chick who's cheating on the guy and you know, that kind of stuff. So I met this guy, Dave Dolan, who's like the fucking funniest guy I've ever met in my life. He never wanted to do stand-up comedy. And he's told me about this Matt Frivola guy. He goes, you got to look out for my boy, Matt Frivola. He's a fucking goer. And I remember first time I met Frivola, we talked about this guy because he wound up dying.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's sad. But fucking amazing person. Just like there's some dudes, you know how like there's some dudes in the early days of you know, training, but like they're so talented. Like this guy could be a world champion, and then they just drift off.
Yeah.
That dude was so fucking funny. Like when
just drifted off, huh?
Just never wanted to do comedy. And his cousin owned the Comedy Connection in Boston. It was crazy. One of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Yeah.
That's the talent without fucking, what do they say that? Where's the talent is fucking, let's tell you somewhere. There's nothing worse than wasted talent, I don't know. It's like that with fighting too, though.
Oh, for sure.
Guys might have the skills, but they don't got the fucking dedication, or else, you know, it doesn't happen overnight either. Some guys say, fuck it, I'll get a real job.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, how you have so many of these guys in the gym that are straight up killers, like beating guys you see on the TV, but when you put the lights on, it's tough.
As gym fighters, academy fighters,
And there's also guys that get like one injury and they never recover from it.
Yeah.
One thing goes wrong and they just never snap back. You know, there's like certain things that just compromise your breathing, like a butt thing or a back thing. You get it operated on, they're never the same. Like Cane's a good example of that, right? Like Cain Velasquez, his body just started failing on him. His shoulders started going, knees started going. Remember, he was always injured.
Yeah. King Mo, that happened to King Mo too. King Mo was a killer. As soon as he started getting injured, like his knees went.
Remember, he knocked out Hodgkin.
Knocked out Hodgkin. He knocked out Yuri. For Hodgkin.
Is Kane gonna be? Is he out of trouble with all that stuff? Or
I'm sure he's got in California. Who knows?
I felt so bad.
The whole thing is so evil that the guy who did that was out on the street.
That's everything's. Sometimes the world just is backwards lately with a lot of things. You know, you think of stuff like that.
It's nice to see Kane coaching.
I know, that's nice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the legal status is, but it's a horrible fucking story.
You can't blame him at all.
No, it's what every father says they would do. Every father says they would do that. He just went out and actually fucking did it. He lost his mind.
And he's such a soft-spoken guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
He's the nicest fucking guy. Other than that. You know?
Yeah.
When he was in his prime, dude, before he's injured, god damn, he was a force of nature.
And the beat down he put on JDS.
Oh, the cardio he had.
That's what
Brock Lesnar.
And for a guy with a wrestler base, his stand-up was legit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And no wasted motion. It wasn't like big haymaker punches. Everything was clean and crisp, coming in combinations. When he knocked out Minotauro, just bang, 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 bang. Like, woof, Cain Velasquez in his prime was a motherfucker. That's like one of the great missed opportunities. Cain in his prime versus Fedor in his prime. Because they were real close.
Yeah.
It was real close. It was real close.
Sharp everywhere.
Did that guy retire yet? Who? Fedor?
I don't know if he did. I think he fought again recently, right?
I think he won his race.
Nah, he
But he
didn't win.
lost again?
He definitely lost.
What is wrong?
Was it with Vader?
Why is it I think
it was
You're right. Vader KO'd him, and then Vader just beat him again.
I think
KO
Vader
him
beat
again.
him. I think
Yeah, I mean, it's still.
He's got nothing.
some guys have trouble transitioning to the other line.
TKO, 230 round one. Yeah.
You just don't, thank God I left the sport my chin. Some guys, they leave that sport, they leave the chin in there with them.
I mean, look at what happened to John that one touchdown fight. Now imagine the fights that Fedor's had. Imagine those pro cop fights. Imagine pro cop getting you in the chin over and over again. Imagine all those fights he had.
I Bigfoot, but I tell you what though, when Fedor was in his prime, I was with Jeff Munson in Russia when Fedor fought him. And I remember Jeff Munson walking out that tunnel, and it looked like a man was walking to his execution.
Oh my God.
And he beat the hell out of Jeff Munson. He broke his femur.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, it was the worst beat. Yeah, it was the worst beating I've ever seen a human being take.
Oh, let me see that.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh
He beat the hell out of Jimmy. Beat the hell. Jeff couldn't walk out there. He beat the hell out of Jimmy.
Straight sweater. That's a lot of.
He fought Stephen Street. Go to Stephen Street. Go to Stephen Street's Wikipedia. Wikipedia crazy word. But ridiculous. Like Woodbury Bay blood.
Yeah, you got a manscape that bitch.
Or not.
Yeah, you might think,
It's very intimidating.
Yeah.
You looking at a dude who looks like he's.
That's like a lion mane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Dude, Sean Alvarez, he looked like he was wearing a sweater. Good as that guy's built. I mean, he kept it shaved, but if he let that shit go, it was going to be a werewolf in the house.
The scariest shit to me is hairy Russians.
yeah, man.
See, hairy Russians, they're just built different.
Yep.
They're stronger than most humans. So here it is. This is quite a while ago. Back up a little bit. Back up.
No, keep going down. Go down. Just hold it.
No, down. Oh, it's on the UFC? When does it start?
It starts.
Dave Herman. That's it. It's Dave Herman.
Yeah. So, go now look up Dave Herman. See, there you see him all shaved. Look, it's like fucking like an Adonis, right? Now look, Google Dave Herman hair back. Oh boy, isn't that crazy? When that dude, when he shaved it all, he looked fantastic. He was a male model. But when he let it all go out, only one time I think he did it. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, look at it.
Holy.
Yeah, like a wolf. Crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
It looks like a completely different thing.
I know. Make that picture bigger, Jim. That shit's ridiculous. That's a hairy motherfucker. Holy shit, man. That's
Oh
a
my
werewolf.
God.
Isn't that
Dude
nice?
that said jiu-jitsu didn't work,
Yeah, that's him.
and then he got
Then he got-
arm locked.
yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the old mind game. But that one is a mind game for a guy like you. Probably pisses you the fuck off.
Right when they say,
Yeah, jiu-jitsu doesn't work.
oh yeah, I'm glad he got all locked. Did he get all locked?
Yeah, he did. I know he got submitted in that fight.
I
It's so
hate, and I
funny.
hate those shirts. Oh, if Sambo was easy, it'd be jujitsu.
Yeah, right.
Shut the fuck up.
Ask ONE FC when all the world Sambo champs are coming and fighting the jiu-jitsu champs, and it's not going the Sambo champs way at all.
In ONE FC, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you
yeah,
mean
they
for
do the
just
grappling
straight
matches?
grappling
yeah,
matches?
yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
You know, but like for MMA though, a lot of people make the argument that combat sambo style is probably better with striking because it's so
Well,
much.
you know what the
especially
problem
after
is?
the
Is that jiu-jitsu is like now what taekwondo was back in the day. And it just like went in this different direction. So now it kind of went away from where we are in
the
MMA.
competition direction.
Right, the competition direction. So
Even
that's the problem.
someone who just does a competition jiu-jitsu, they say they never did any kind of distance management and stuff like that, they'll still strangle the fuck out of your average people.
Yeah,
Like,
I
and they'll still be
agree.
able to defend themselves. It's still better than the majority of fucking other arts out there.
And it really depends on which kind of competitors you're talking about. Because if you're talking about like Mikey Musumeci, like that little motherfucker is an assassin.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he's
amazing.
coming to close the really belongs here.
Shit, man. And the club, you having a lot of fun with the club?
Oh, it's amazing. So much
so
fun.
Cool. That's so wild. And you got, I just know this because I was a huge fan of the Norm Macdonald podcast with Adam Eagle.
Yeah.
Now, they had such a great chemistry. Did you ever see his part?
Great.
And he runs that show.
He's the talent coordinator.
Yeah, and the only reason I know that name is because they had such. Did you guys ever see the old Norm Macdonald podcast? It was so much. This is it. It was before it went on Netflix. The Netflix one's all right, but this was so funny. And I thought he was a very funny guy. I thought they had a great thing going.
Adam's very funny. He could be a comic if he wanted to be a comic, but he's a great talent coordinator. He's just a great dude. He's just a fun guy to have around. And
Norm Macdonald was like he was just such a funny guy.
Oh my God, he was the best.
He was the one guy that I continually just watch and not feel. Sometimes when I watch stand-up comedy, I get nervous for the stand-up comedy. I get I don't know, I don't.
Because you don't want him to bomb.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I never got nervous.
Didn't you do it once? Didn't you do it once with Adam Hunter?
No, not with Adam Hunter.
It wasn't Adam Hunter?
He asked me to do that.
He was hosting the show then.
No, I think Steve Edwards did it.
No. The Adam Hunter was actually the host.
We did Dana White looking for a fight, the LA episode. His first episode.
Yeah, my first episode.
Nick the Tooth fucking walked off the show and we needed somebody. Dun, dun, dun! Within 24 hours. Yep.
What happened? Nick the Tooth thought that everybody else wasn't really getting tased or something. Was there something crazy like
something
that?
like that.
100%. Now, Nick the Tooth, when we were doing the show, I would get along with the Tooth. Like, he was a funny guy. He was a fun guy to hang with. He was kind of goofy, but he was funny, you know? But then you'd go back and you'd watch the episode and see him talking to the camera, saying all sorts of shit. So a couple of things happened. One, somebody told him, we all got locked hands together in one of the episodes, me, Dana, and Nick, and they tased us. So we all got fucking tased. And he was the only one being like, stop! You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, no.
So he wanted to save face, I guess, and somebody told him that, oh, the way they did it, they really fucked you, man. You got more of the voltage than some bullshit. Which is obviously, we all got fucked up from that. We all got. So that's one. And then another thing was him saying that we set him up with me and him doing a grappling match, which was fucking the furthest thing from the truth.
He was the one talking shit.
I remember when I first started shooting the show, I was a little chubbier, so I think he thought I was on the couch. And Nick the Tooth won some shit. He won some, like, the Old Man Worlds and whatever it was. I think he just won something recently.
He's a talented jiu-jitsu guy.
He's like, he does like the barambolos and all that shit.
What is he? Was he a purple belt?
He's a brown belt. He's a brown belt. So I was watching after the first episode, you know, I was watching the thing, and all of a sudden I see him going, oh, that makes me look good. He's bald. He's always late. All we got to do is settle the grappling. Now, he said this on the show. I remember being, like, just dumbfounded. I didn't know what the hell he was thinking of. So when I see him the next time, we're on Danish Jet. We're doing the fucking Alaska episode. I go, dude, what the fuck was that? So what? So, and he was right along with it. He's like, yeah, we got the Tooth now, and this and that. So I'm like, dude, I went with the best in the world. What the fuck are you talking about? So, but he was gung-ho about it. Let's grapple. So we ended up doing the show, and then we were in a jiu-jitsu gym in Alaska. So I go, hey man, fucking, now listen, if anybody had anything to lose, imagine I slip and the motherfucker gets a berimbolo on me, and I would have something to losing to this knucklehead. But no, of course I had my way with him. So, you know, afterwards, Dana goofed on him a bunch, you know. But I got a text from him, right? This is the first time I knew there was some kind of problem. Hey, Matt, you know, it was an honor, this and that. I just have to let you know that I can't let that footage be shown. That's what he said. You know, it looked bad for my instructors and this and that. I was wearing their rash guard. So I go to Dana and I go, hey, man, I know you're friends with him. What kind of power does this guy have to say that this shit's not going to be on the fucking air? He goes, not only is that going to be fucking shown, wait till you listen to my fucking commentary. Dana goes, not only is that going to be shown,
we saw it for
like,
sure.
hey, man. So I think he thought he was being set up, but it was nothing like that at all. So he was a little bit of a weird dude with that. I seen him since, and he's cool. Listen, he was a likable guy.
He's a very likable guy.
But I think some guys, on the camera, I think they're a little insecure with how they are portrayed. But it was a weird thing because he was acting wacky. But then he's getting upset that he's being portrayed wacky. So it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? So then he ended up getting to like a fucking a fucking pushing match with Dana or something at a concert. I think they were at a Chili Peppers concert. And I think it was actually Joe Silva went up to him and asked him something like, oh, what was it like to roll with Matt? And he said, that fat fuck set me up. I go, hey, wait a minute.
Oh my God.
I go, whoa, what the fuck? I wasn't there. I heard about this. So Dana called me. I was with my wife, and she was with me. We were celebrating our anniversary in Vegas, and we were going to go from there to LA to shoot this episode. And then fucking Dana called me to the office, and we were like, yo, Truth left the show. What the fuck are we going to do? We were booked at that, where did we do the Laugh Factory?
Laugh Factory, yeah.
So I'm not saying you know. But there was one name that popped into my name. The first name I go to fucking in the day, I go, what about you? He goes, he's like, there he is!
Look at it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How'd
So,
that go?
Not bad. I mean,
Did you write your own material?
I wrote my own material.
Nice.
And then I have a whole other with Adam Hunter a few
Nice.
times. I've done it with Adam Hunter.
I ain't gonna lie, he used the N-word as a crutch a little bit. But
Well, that was on
that was
episode.
only his
I don't
first
use it no more.
time.
That was my first time.
And then he got more comfortable with it.
Look at Dana, chubby Dana. Dana's all skinny now. Isn't it wild to see?
Yeah, I know.
I was with
Look at
him.
that up there, Brian Call's the audience.
I thought that was fun though. I'll tell you right now, I had an adrenaline.
Yeah.
It felt so good. I told the people in the rafters too, I would climb up there, bite your fucking neck. I said, I like the layout. I get that in you motherfuckers quick. But we had a good time, didn't we?
Yeah,
Was that
that
great?
was awesome.
That was so much fun, man.
Fun show you guys did.
That was so much
Fun
fun.
to watch. You guys did a lot of wild shit. Right?
Yeah.
What about the shark episode? That was a
Oh,
fun
we
one.
swam with
We
sharks.
swam.
You know what's
Why did
fucking
you
agree with
you,
that?
you swam with
what's
sharks?
crazy
You got
about
in.
that?
You got out as fast
You know
as you
what's
got
fucked
in.
up? You know what's? Oh, I went back in.
That
You know
was
what's fucked
hilarious.
up about that? They're doing everything you're not supposed to do. They're chumming up the water. They're on their side.
What
like
the
this,
fuck?
acting like they're seals.
Acting like,
flapping up in the-
wounded seals so that to draw the sharks out while we were in the water.
Now,
What the
one of
fuck?
the, now look, we're in there. The best is the cameraman on the other boat, right? One of them, Charlie told me after, he goes, they said, some of the guys in the boat with him, they go, sooner or later, something's going to go on.
Yeah, these are producers. These are producers coming up with these ideas, right? Is that what it is? The chumming? That doesn't sound.
No, that's these guys.
The shark guys?
Hey, again, that was Florida. What the fuck, dude? Look, get me the fuck in there, dude. When I looked underneath, how many people could say there was a cage? They go, you don't want to go in the cage. The cage hurts everybody.
Yeah, I was like, I want to go in the cage.
You don't want to go in the cage? Why?
That's what they said. They
I
were
think
trying
I'll
to
go in the cage.
I was like,
Why don't you want to go in the cage?
He goes, the cage hurts people. I think these guys are just.
yeah, they were just fucking with us to get us to do it.
Listen, man, just because you can do something doesn't mean, and just because you could pay for an experience doesn't mean you're not going to die.
I think we found out about that recently.
Yeah, exactly. That fucking submarine.
That's sad.
That is so crazy. The inventor of the fucking submarine was on it when it imploded.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Crazy
Yes,
thing is
the guy who invented
they
it.
knew it happened and held it back for 5 days.
Why do you think they did that, Marlo? Give me the
Personally,
conspiracy. Yes.
I mean, I'm a big conspiracy theory guy. I think there's so much drama going on with the president and his son. This was something to keep the headlines for a few days, because that's right when he got indicted. I mean,
never know what that comes.
quite guilty and shit.
Interesting. We are so easily distracted.
Yeah, right?
That was a good one though too. For like
Yeah.
4 days, it was like, I hope they find him. We only have 72 hours left.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But meanwhile, they were
Fucking thing imploded.
dead.
So
They said they heard it because the government
Exactly.
apparently. This is what's crazy. They had to sort of admit they have a top secret acoustic surveillance system. Like, why are you admitting that? Just because? Were you just admitting it just because you know that there was an implosion? Like, why would you admit that you have a top secret
Maybe
system?
James Cameron
Now it's not
outed
top
him.
secret. Now everybody fucking knows about it. Maybe James Cameron.
Remember?
did out.
I mean, when he was the one that said, I knew the Navy heard it. You know, they lost comms at the same time. They heard the audible bang. And
I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't have done it.
Look at that. A top secret military acoustic detection system. Not anymore.
right?
Everybody knows now.
Now fucking everybody knows. The Titanic guy told everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
How crazy is that? He went, what, 3 times as deep as
Oh yeah,
as
in
they
a
did.
one,
By
but the
himself.
kind he was with, you could pilot
Single-
around.
yeah, single
This one
person.
was like an elevator. Like you had one button to go up.
That was it?
Yeah, and they were controlling it with a Logitech remote
I had
control.
no desire.
And there was lawsuits. Like there's a lot of whistleblowers that were saying that hull is not withstood. It can't withstand that kind of depth.
Especially the new material. They said the carbon
Oh.
fiber, and they didn't even like the design. The
Oh
guy
my
said
God.
at least if it was woven, it might have worked. They said this was like in like like almost like a spring. It was wound.
Oh,
The
God.
carbon fiber
Did
was.
you?
Fuck.
Did you? Back to the shark thing. Did you see out of Egypt that guy get bit by the shark? That was a real life Jaws movie. At one point, you see his feet up in the air.
Yep.
It was, and in the background, they're playing like Stand By Me or some shit. And it's like, it was the most horrific thing. If I seen that before, I wouldn't have done the episode.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Dude, I looked down when we were in that water, and I saw a fucking shark looking up at me.
I saw that
that's
too, man. I
crazy.
got the fuck out of there because I don't swim.
That, nah, dude. Fuck that. Now it's
You're
got to the point
perpetuating
now.
the stereotype.
Whenever we do
No,
this,
I don't care. It's true.
There was some
Brothers
people,
don't swim.
There was some people recently in Florida, or in Hawaii rather, where the husband and the wife were snorkeling, and the husband like gets his head out of the water and they're screaming, "Get out of the water! Get out of the water!" It's because his wife was getting eaten.
Oh,
There
my
was
God.
a shark that was eating his wife while they're screaming at him to get out of the water. Yeah.
Did he get out of
Tiger
the
shark, yeah, but they never found the wife. They ate her whole body. Oh, yeah, that happened. My friend Duncan was in Hawaii, and it happened like the week before he was there. The week before, or the week after, I forget which, but like real close, where he was like, I was in that fucking water.
Hey, what is about balls, dude? You can't swim, and you jumped off a fucking cliff into water. That's in Hawaii. Hawaii brought it back to me.
Yeah.
Did you have life vest on?
No, you can't because you have to.
Because like if you don't,
the impact.
because the impact, like if you
Because they
hit the
say-
water without that, it'll crush your
Because
chest.
we jumped off a cliff.
So how the fuck did
me
you
and
get out?
Me and you jumped off a cliff.
Yeah, that was the episode. That was the episode that Dana didn't jump.
Jumped out.
Yeah.
Did he?
No,
No,
Dana
he
ended
didn't
up
jump.
not jumping.
I know a guy fucked his back up for life with doing that. He landed bad. He landed bad. Blew one of his discs
There we
completely
go.
apart. Oh, how far is this?
Oh, this is fun.
Oh my God,
This is
dude.
fucking awesome. Come on, we have some nice memories.
How
dude.
far
I
was
know.
this? How far was this jump?
I don't know, but I'm in better shape now with my shirt off. If you want to see me take my shirt off now, I'll show you. God damn, look at this.
there it goes.
Way, little chubby guy. Yeah.
How many feet do you think that is?
I don't know,
That's pretty fucking high.
but
Oh my God.
Dana was up there.
And you did
Dana
that-
was up there until the sun went down.
No way.
Yeah.
He never did it.
I was
All those
torturing
other
him.
people did it, and he
I was-
didn't do it.
I
Did
was-
anybody get hurt while you were there?
No, it was like
No.
little kids doing it.
Dana's pride got hurt. Hello.
Ah, fuck that. Dana's like, fuck that.
And the best is
He was up there for 3 hours.
we're
Really?
we're in the truck. Now, first of all, he was breaking your balls before that.
Yeah.
So then we get off that. We're in the van on the way back. Dana's a little down in his dumps, and Dean's starting to be like, "Well, he took balls just to get up there." I'm like, "Boo this man! Fucking give it to him, Dean."
Jesus, that's so far.
He was up there a long time.
2 hours and 30.
Fuck that. Dana still didn't do it.
They cut some shit from the episode. I'm sitting there yelling. I go, "Scott Coker would do it." Pussy.
Imagine if he did. Holy shit.
He was up there till the fucking.
And he had to walk down the walk
He did
of
the walk of shame.
Oh my God.
You
that's
know?
hilarious.
But hey, but just to give him a compliment, so I don't get fired.
Yeah.
He did jump on a fucking bull.
No,
really?
He rode a bull.
He rode a bull.
Why don't you
We
call me
rode a
first?
bull.
I hosted Fear Factor. I'll tell you what not to do. That's one to
if you
not
want to look at
do.
him riding the bull,
Much better to jump
Dana,
off
I
that
think
cliff
Dana
than
full
to get on the
credit.
back
That
of a
is
bull.
so
No,
much more
it's a
dangerous.
legit bull. It's not no
Did he do
bullshit.
that afterwards? So he felt bad.
No, he did
No,
it.
no,
He
no,
did the
that
bull
was
before.
before. No,
Yeah,
it was
that's why. Maybe that's why he didn't jump in the water. He was like,
Because
oh,
he
God,
realized how.
I'm rich.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
almost
He's
got
like, I'm
fucked.
rich as fuck. Why am I
Watch
doing
this
this
shit. Watch
Oh
this
my
shit.
God, this is Dana?
Yeah, we both did it. I landed on my
No
look
way,
at this.
dude.
Look at this.
Bro,
Dude, this
that
is a real
is
bull.
so
And this
insane.
thing almost got him. Look at when he lands. Look
Oh
when he
my
lands.
God.
Look.
Oh
Dude,
my
I
God.
could have landed on him.
So lucky. That's just luck.
Damn.
That's just dumb luck.
No, dude, that was not. Dude, wrong.
Oh my God, that's so close. That
No,
could have
no.
crushed his hips, ruined his
Oh, no.
organs.
Dude, I wouldn't do this again.
Fuck
that was
that.
close.
Fuck
Yeah, no, I did it too. The fucking helmet couldn't fit me because I was chubby.
I remember when we did Fear Factor.
I wasn't there for that one.
We did Fear Factor once. He was one dude who was a bull rider. It wasn't a bull riding episode, but his shoulder, he said, he had 8 operations. Shoulders, and I can't hold on to anything with this. My arm will just pull it out of the socket.
Nah,
He just had these slices all over his arm. They just reconstructed him so many times.
This is just bucket list shit. I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, no,
Fuck
hell
that.
no.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, fuck that.
I didn't ride the bull. I did the clown though.
Yeah, you did the clown.
Oh, you were a clown? That's even scarier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had the
that was
and it
close.
fucking it
got
almost hit
worried
me,
for
man.
you.
It was like
Oh
the
no.
hoof almost hit me.
We do love that job.
I know.
It is a fun. It's a
Are you
fun
guys still
gig.
doing risky shit like that?
Nah, that last time wasn't nothing like that.
Yeah,
They've been
it's
chilling
not,
out. A
it's
lot
not as
lately.
risky, but
Now you having fun.
it's good news
Oh,
to
yeah.
having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great idea though. What a great idea. You go to these small shows, you know, you guys show up, everybody's freaked out. Oh my god, look who's here.
Yeah.
And then you get to do wild shit in that town.
It's such a good time, man.
It's a great
And
idea
again,
for a
you're
show.
hanging out with your buddies.
And then the worst was like Matt didn't realize that we did it here in Austin a couple years ago.
Oh really?
I was telling people it's my first time here. He goes, we shot the show here.
Listen, I'm so happy you came out because Dean didn't think you'd come out.
I didn't think
So,
you
Oh,
did
man,
that.
so
kidding
happy
me?
with you.
Dude, thanks for having me.
You should do a podcast. You are so fucking good at this, man. I mean, come on, man, right?
I'm 100%.
Well, he's got
We do
Yeah, but I mean,
unfiltered.
Yeah,
your
but like
own
his own,
podcast,
yeah, his own
your own,
podcast, yeah.
the Matt Sarah show.
I should do a
Matt
lot
Sarah's
of things.
take on life.
Yeah.
I do my
Do it
video
once a
game.
week.
People are making a lot of money on Twitch, and I just do it for free. I could be making money with my VR. Eventually, I'm just so.
The switch
I'm
never
just so
turns
happy.
off with this guy.
Well,
I'm
you
just so
got,
happy
you got a
for-
nice balance.
I have such
Yeah,
a good
that's why you're
balance.
so good at this stuff.
We have a
Yeah.
good time though. The secret to our success, I think, in everything we do, Dean Thomas, even when you do the show with me, I think if we're having fun, everybody's having
Yeah,
fun.
that's
the secret of this podcast.
just have fun.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
all podcasts.
Yeah, it's like, you know,
You're enjoying it, other people are enjoying it.
All I need is a fucking nail trim.
Just trim them nails. All right. John Rollo, tell everybody about your gym.
Oh, yep, we're back in Baltimore. It's called Ground Control, and it's groundcontrolbaltimore.com. And for my fight promotion is Shogun Fights. Thank you, brother, for letting us say that.
Oh man.
Dean Thomas, when are you going to be doing commentary next to us? You
Man,
100% should be doing that.
Yeah,
100% you should be doing
I don't want
commentary.
to. I think you guys work too much. I like sitting behind you guys and just chiming in every so often.
He does great with
I
that
just
though.
I just like
love
like
when they
sitting in
do.
and chiming in every so often.
I do love when you chime in, though. You always
Yeah.
have such good points.
Yeah, well thank you very much.
My
But I tell
pleasure.
you what though, tell the people, watch Tough after Tough tomorrow night, after Tough 31.
You got so many jobs.
Yeah. Yeah, I do the post show for
Okay.
the Ultimate
Is that
Fighter,
on
so-
ESPN Plus?
Yes, on ESPN
Nice,
Plus. So it's
nice.
called After Tough. I do that.
ESPN Plus is the shit. I
Yeah.
fucking love it.
It
There's
is.
so many fights.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sometimes I have to do some shit with my family. Fucking flip over. Sorry.
Yeah, put the ESPN Plus on.
He's out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. I love it that it just streams on your phone.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I
incredible.
love ESPN Plus.
Especially going back to the John Rollo days when I first met you. We'd go over someone's house to watch it. For real.
Yeah,
I was
right.
on your fucking
Yeah.
phone.
When he beat George for the title, we had a house full of people, and when he dropped him, I was like this close to the TV. I'm yelling at it, finish him, finish him. Like, I felt like I wanted to fight when that happened. I was so happy for him. It was awesome.
Man, this was like a reunion, man.
It
Thanks
was
for having,
awesome.
thanks for
My
having me
pleasure.
out,
Thank
man.
you.
I
Thanks
got
for
really
coming.
happy.
Thank you guys. And Rollo,
Thank
it's
you.
a last minute edition. And
Yeah,
it's
right.
awesome. Thank
Got
you.
it. I mean, I appreciate you even asking me on. This is like a bucket list thing. So even though we're boys, it's amazing, and I'm just happy for all your success.
Thanks, brother. Thank you. All right, guys. That's it. Wrap it up. Bye. Bye, everybody.